Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lauren and I am a first grade teacher in Massachusetts. That never gets old saying it. I've already thought about oh my gosh, next year when I'm not a first year teacher, I can't say that anymore. But anyways, today is Monday, January 6th. I just got to school. It is 6:43, so I got here about 10 minutes later than normal, but that is fine. We are going to have a great week this week. I'm very excited. In fact, this week is going to be 4 days for me. I have Friday off, a personal day, because you guys know I have been talking about how I'm competing in a pageant. Well, this weekend is the Miss Massachusetts USA 2020 pageant, so Friday I will not be here, so I only have 4 days this week to really love on my kiddos. So I'm very excited to see them this morning. We actually have I don't know what I would call him, kind of like a writing, he's an author, but he's doing a writing residency with our kids. It was something that you could sign your class up for over the summer, and I just kind of went for it, not really knowing what it was. But we have an assembly today to kind of meet him and just understand what he's going to be doing with our kids and what the program is going to look like. So he's coming today. So this morning is going to be pretty taken up by that assembly, but I'm really excited. I've heard that he is incredibly engaging and that the kids love him. So today is going to be fun. We have that this morning. We'll have a short morning meeting and then a very short foundations, probably just drilling sounds and then trick words and words of the day, and then we're going to end up lining up and going for that. So I don't really have much to prepare as far as the morning goes, and then I'll have my prep to really get down to the nitty gritty. So I'm just gonna finish. I have a few things to kind of tweak on my plans. And I don't know if I've said this before, but where I work, we put our weekly plans outside of our classroom on Monday, because if we were to have a walkthrough, or if anyone from the district, or even just our principal or our AP were to come in, they would like to know what we had planned for that time, kind of how we thought through it, and then be able to see it in action. So anyways, so we put our plans out on Monday, which I think is incredible. If you guys want a video about how I plan, let me know. It's mostly digital now because of that reason. I did used to planning with an Erin Condren planner, but because I have to put them in the hallway, I've transitioned to digital so that I can print them out. But I'm thinking it's going to be so nice next year to have them all centrally located and grouped by date and week and such. So anyways, I'm going to finish tweaking those plans, print them out, get them in the folder, sip my coffee, and just kind of get ready for them to come. One second, I just realized you guys have been asking for teacher outfits of the week, so I'm just going to show you what I'm wearing each day in this vlog, and then maybe do a solely dedicated outfits of the week video for a different week, if that makes sense. But today I am wearing this shirt. It is from, honestly, the Target clearance section this weekend. It was $6. It's a 3/4 length sleeve, but you can't really see it because of my cardigan. This cardigan is from Forever 21. I got it probably my freshman year of college. I've had it forever, and I'm not really a cardigan fan. I feel like they always look kind of dowdy on me, but it's too cold outside today to not have another layer on, so I threw it on. I'm wearing dark jeans. These jeans are a Jessica Simpson brand. They're from TJ Maxx, and then I'm wearing some ballet flats. So yeah. Oh, and my earrings are from Forever 21. They're beaded tassels. Yeah, there's the outfit of the day, friends. I'll see you soon. Well, I just went to put my lunch in the fridge and freezer in the teacher's lounge, and look what I found laying on the stinking floor. Hall pass, Miss Barnard. Just announcing to everyone that my kids are not responsible with our hall passes. Alrighty, you guys, the kids are at art again. I explained that in my last video, but we have specials for a full week. So my kids had art all of last week, but that was only 2 days, so they actually have it all of this week as well. So they are at art now. They did pretty good at the assembly. It was long. An hour is a long time to ask little bodies to be still and quiet and listening. So overall, they did a great job. I had a few who were talking almost the entire time, so they're sorry, someone came in, but anyways, they're just gonna owe me some time, probably during free choice centers at the end of the day, just because we are going to do a reflection sheet just to talk about how that made the presenter feel and what we could do differently next time. But for right now, let me show you what is happening outside. It's snowing. It is beautiful, and you can just imagine what their reaction was when we were sitting in the cafeteria that has a literal wall of windows and it started snowing. We had kindergarten through 4th grade in there, and there was just like a chorus from kindergarten and 1st grade, "It's snowing," in the middle of the assembly, but it's beautiful. I'm assuming we won't have recess after lunch since it is snowing, but for right now it is my planning hour, so I'm going to prep math centers for the end of the day, and I need to check the schedule because I kind of have a feeling that the presenter is doing his first lesson with my class this afternoon, and I don't know how that escaped my mind, but I'm almost positive that he is coming here this afternoon to do a writing lesson, so I might have to rethink writing. So I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna prep centers, eat an apple, and then I will talk to you guys soon. I was right. I just checked the schedule, and he is coming to our classroom from 12:55 to 1:40, which is about our entire writing block. It's like a little bit wonky, like not perfectly aligned to our normal writing block, but that's fine. So yeah, interesting day for me because I didn't teach reading foundations really or writing, so I'm just teaching math today, which is fine. It was an easy day, so I'm just gonna prep those centers now and then I guess kind of rework writing since he's coming, but I'm excited. They seem to really enjoy him. He's hysterical, so I'm excited to kind of see him in action this afternoon, and just see someone else interacting with them will be really fun. Yay! Hello, we made it. It is the end of the day. It's actually a little bit after the end of the day. It is 3:28. So the kiddos have been gone for about 40 minutes, and I have just been doing some like general things around the classroom. I was cleaning up and writing the morning message for tomorrow, just doing some little odds and ends like that. But just to let you guys know, the afternoon was amazing. I feel like I hardly taught my kids today because they had that assembly all morning with this author, and then he came for the afternoon to do like a one-on-one, not one-on-one, but like group session with just my class. So he like had the floor with my kids more than I did today, but they loved him. He is so funny. He's super eccentric kind of guy, and they just ate it up. They thought it was hysterical, and like he came in, he took his shoes off. They're like, "What are you doing?" Like it was just so fun, and he had them going super creatively with their writing. I am so excited for this process and how they're going to grow as creative writers. So that was incredible. It was so fun to just watch them with him. I was just so taken aback just watching them interact and the way that they were just cracking jokes and laughing together, and it just kind of inspires you too to see another adult leading your class and think like, I should bring more humor to my lessons because they seem to really enjoy it. So note to self, you know, it's okay to laugh together. I try to laugh with them every day, but just to be goofy is okay. Like they're little, they think it's so funny. Even if you're just being silly and they're laughing at you, like they loved it. So that was really good. Math went well. We're just doing another unit on addition and subtraction as well, but we're starting with addition. So this time expanding to 20, really gaining fluency up to 20. So they did really well with our lesson and then went to centers. I'm trying some new centers. You guys asked me a little bit about like what centers I use. Excuse me. What centers I use, and I'm trying something new because I want to do more rotations. I talked about this last week. When they did a bunch of centers in one day, it worked out well, but in order for that to work, I would need to have more like game style centers that are just like fluency building, number sense building, things that they can do like over and over and over, not so much like a recording sheet attached kind of activity. So I tried that today. They loved the centers that we have, so we might rotate through them more than once this week, and I think that they're going to be okay with that. So that was awesome. End of the day went well, and yeah, I think I'm gonna head out. To be honest, I was gonna stay and make an anchor chart, kind of like remake an anchor chart. It's one of our curriculum components for reading. The curriculum we use is called Making Meaning, and there is an anchor chart that I think we made like the second week of school, I want to say. I didn't realize that we were going to keep using it and adding to it over and over all year long, and it is like I didn't give myself enough space. It's been shoved in the closet and then taken back out again, and then shoved in the closet and taken back out again. I just didn't realize that it like returned so often, so it's just been put through the ringer. So I was going to make it here, just remake it this time, like knowing what I know, leaving enough space, etc. However, I am not feeling very well, to be honest, and I think I just need to go home and have a good dinner, rest, just be. I probably will make the anchor chart at home. I have extra chart paper because I'm crazy and I have all the materials and everything at home too. So I'll probably make the anchor chart at home just so I have that done. I just am not feeling very good. So I'm gonna head out and then I guess I will talk to you guys tomorrow and hopefully show you my beautiful new anchor chart. Yay! Good morning, you guys. Happy Tuesday. I do not have an anchor chart to show you. I said that I was gonna make it at home, but let me be honest, I was asleep last night by 7:30. In fact, I was in bed by 6:30. So I feel great. I feel a lot better today. I got like 9.5 hours of sleep last night, but I did not make an anchor chart. And I also, sad about this is the first time all year I've forgotten something very important at home. I had prepped literacy centers for this week and I never took them out of my tote bag yesterday, my like second bag that I brought, because we didn't have reading centers, so I never put them out. And then I didn't bring the tote bag today because I didn't have a coat in it. So I don't have the reading centers with me that I had prepped. But what I'm gonna do is, one of them was just like, for writing, it was just a piece of paper. So I'm just gonna make copies of that one, that'll be fine. For weekly skill, what I had them doing was sorting words by word family. I'm not gonna do that one anymore. Let me tell you why. We have to do our district testing, middle of the year testing. We're supposed to have it done by Friday, but I'm not gonna be here Friday. It's like their benchmark testing and it's done on an iPad. And the beginning of the year, we did like the whole class, but it was just a fiasco because they have to hear what's happening, but they don't have headphones. So they literally were all sitting in various places around the room with their iPads trying to hear their words, but no one else. It was just stress. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna make myself a center. I think for today, tomorrow, and Thursday, I'm gonna make myself a center. Normally, I'm not a center. I pull them from their centers in like ability groupings so that we can work on really targeted skills that they need. But today I'm gonna make myself a center. This whole week I am, in fact. That way, when they come to me, I can spread them out and get them started with the assessment, because that is like, I have to lock them in, I have to be available to them so that I can help them if it kicks them out, like all of that kind of deal. So that means that the writing paper, I'll just make copies of, no big deal. Weekly skill, I'm replacing with me, no big deal. Word work. For word work, I had something that I really do want them to work on, so I'm gonna try and print it on some paper just like here, like just like Astrobytes cardstock colored paper. Instead of printing it in color, I'll print it in black and white on colored paper just to make it a little more appealing. It won't be laminated, but they'll survive because I won't save this version of the center. I'll save the one for next year that's actually laminated and cut at home. So this one is just makeshift to get us through this week. No big deal. So I'm gonna grab some cardstock, that way I'm the first one at the copier. One of you guys I think asked to see more of the insides of my closet, so buckle up, fellas. It is not pretty. This is one of them. Ta-da! I have a bunch of like extra books at the bottom. I have my Christmas present from my Secret Santa. Megan, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry I haven't taken it home yet. I have a literal Christmas tree. Yeah, it's a mess. But anyways, my cardstock's in here, so I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna go remake that word work center, and then we'll be a-okay. I think I have to switch out 2 of my iPads. They don't have audio. There's like headphone ends broken off in them, so the iPad thinks it has headphones plugged in, if that makes sense, but there aren't actual headphones connected to the little metal piece, and so you can't hear it. But oh, let me show you my outfit really quickly, and then I will go make the center. So I am wearing these earrings. I'm not sure where they're from. I think I got them from Jane. They're like the tortoise shell acrylic hoops, but these ones are like white and clear and like opal. I like them. And then I have on this shirt. It's just like, it's ripped, but you can't really tell. No, now you can tell. It's just a v-neck like short sleeve shirt from Target. I think it's the Up and Away or One Day, something like that brand. And then my jacket I think is also from Target. I'm wearing these jeggings that are from American Eagle, but I got them at TJ Maxx. I just like the color. And then these boots, where did I get these boots from? Maybe Kohl's? I don't know. But this is my outfit. There's that. If you haven't noticed, I wear the jean jacket a lot. That's because it's a little chilly in my room, but when I'm outside, I put on my coat on top of my jean jacket, to be honest. All right, let me go make this center, and then I will talk to you guys soon. Alrighty, I have remade that one reading center that I was gonna print, cut it all up, put it in the pieces and in the containers, and got reading centers out. I have looked over foundations this morning. We're introducing something new. We're introducing the suffix S, just for example, on the word shops. And there's a new kind of curricular piece that I'm not so sure on, so I'm gonna ask my teammate who is also teaching the same lesson if she knows what the yellow suffix frame is, because that's just a part of foundations that I'm not familiar with. And if you guys have ever taught foundations, you know it's like very scripted and you have to use their materials properly. So I'm just gonna go talk with her really quickly. It's about 7:24. I still do need to make that anchor chart, but if I don't get the new pretty one remade, we will just use the old ugly one, and who cares? It will still do the trick. But for right now, I'm gonna go switch out these iPads. These ones don't work with the volume the right way I need them to for the assessment. So I'm gonna go switch these. I'm gonna talk to her about the yellow suffix frame, whatever that mystical thing is. But by the time I get back, the paraprofessional that works in this room as well will probably be here, so I don't think I'll talk to you guys until planning, I guess. I hope it's a good morning. Today's been an exciting start for sure with the reading centers fiasco and everything else, but you know, some days you get 9.5 hours of sleep and you come in mildly unprepared, but you know, that happens, and I needed the sleep and I'm okay with it, and we're gonna have a good day no matter what. So I'll talk to you guys during prep. See you soon. You guys, oh my goodness, I could explode right now. I feel so happy. Let me tell you what happened. So during reading, we were doing that assessment and I did it with, I think, 8 of them. And I could cry. I'm literally so happy. As a first-year teacher, it is very easy to feel, I don't know why I'm so emotional. It's very easy to feel like you're not doing your job, or like you're not teaching them as well as a veteran teacher would teach them, or like you don't know that things are wrong until it's too late and you've already done them wrong. And I don't know, I was just terrified to do this middle of the year test because I thought, oh my goodness, what if none of them have improved? What if they've moved down? Every single student that has taken the assessment this morning improved by a lot, and I am so happy. I feel like I can breathe. I feel like I can do this thing. I mean, I've always been confident and I love this job, but just to see that concrete data that they are improving and that what we're doing is teaching them and they're learning and they are making big growth in reading. You guys, I am so happy. This is the best day ever. I'm so freaking tickled. So I'm just gonna soak in this moment and just hug them extra tight today because their brains have been working hard and they have been learning a lot, and I'm just so proud of them. I'm so proud of myself. I am so happy. So anyways, they're at art right now while I'm up here on cloud 9 and I am going to make some copies for math this afternoon. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. I'm gonna make some copies for math this afternoon, and I think I'm gonna fix the anchor chart from this morning, but mostly I'm just gonna soak in this feeling because I'm doing the dang thing. I am teaching them. They are learning something. I am a teacher. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is the best feeling in the whole world. I'm so happy. I'll talk to you guys after school on the best day of my entire life. Alrighty, I am just about to go get them from art. I am still on my high, don't worry, but I did want to show you an anchor chart that we made today during reading. So this week, for the comprehension skill that we are practicing in making meaning, they are practicing asking themselves questions while reading, and the curriculum that we use, but just in general, calls it wondering. So the skill that they're practicing is wondering about what they're reading while they're reading. So this is the anchor chart that we made. It's behind me. I'll flip it around so you guys can actually read it. Hung it up here. I labeled this math wall. You guys know all about the math wall, but this ended up being more of like a display space, which is fine. I should probably take the letters down, but we so far have done before we read and while reading. The story we're reading is called An Extraordinary Egg, and then we actually only read half the story. We're gonna finish tomorrow and then do after we read, we still wonder. We stopped the story in the middle just to encourage the wondering about what's gonna happen. So it's like a cliffhanger. Alrighty, now I'm gonna go get them from art. I have all of their coats ready. Hopefully we will go outside today. It's not actually snowing. There might be some slush on the ground from yesterday, but I think we'll be fine. So I'm gonna go get them in here to get their coats, get them to lunch, and go eat my lunch. I'll see you guys at the end of the day. Hello friends, long time no talk. It is 5:18. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but on Tuesdays we actually have collaboration after school. Normally it's like pretty well structured by our admin. We always have like something targeted to work on. So I have been doing that since we got out, so from 3 to 5, and now it's about 5:20, and I have written the morning message for tomorrow and kind of cleaned up these boards, or the doors. I took all of the vocabulary words off the bottom so that we can do some together on Thursday to fill that space with more relevant vocab to what we're currently reading. And then I changed the morning message up front, just kind of did some tidying up. Like I said, I've literally only been back in my classroom for like 15 minutes, but I am very just invigorated by what we did together during collaboration. We were talking about some of our goals together and things that we are working to improve. And one of the things that they talked about was providing exemplar work for various areas of instruction. So we're actually going to do that tomorrow for writing, and I'm really excited. But all of that to say that I'm going to get home so I can kind of work on that for tomorrow and what that's going to look like. And I will show you guys probably when I get to school tomorrow morning what that's going to be, or kind of like what I'm planning. But you know, when you just like have a really good conversation about reflecting on what you've been doing and like what can be better, and you just come out of it like ready to go. That's always my energy, is always like, I want to change it and fix it right now. So I know that I want to act on it now while I can and while I'm excited about it. So I'm going to hit the road and get home, one, so I can eat dinner, two, so I can get started on kind of figuring out where I'm going to take this and what tomorrow's going to look like, what the rest of the week's going to look like, 'cause it's going to shift us a little bit, but I'm really, really excited. So I'm going to get on the road, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, my friends. It is 6:44. I am again about 10 minutes behind. I don't know why I've been like 10 minutes later to school than normal this week, but that is fine with me. Today is Wednesday, January 8th. So that means that we have today and tomorrow. And in my mind, I'm here, I'm fully present, but I'm also starting to get very excited for this weekend for Miss Massachusetts USA. I am so excited. I feel like a first grader the night before a field trip, so can definitely relate to my kiddos, but I'm super pumped. We have 2 days, and then I am headed to Burlington, which is where it will be. Oh my God, I'm so excited. But anyways, back to school related things. 2 days left this week. Today will just be a normal day, so nothing really special going on, but I did end up making the letters I needed for the bulletin board. I think I was like a little rambly yesterday after school talking about what I was going to do, but basically I'm going to have 3 different writing samples that I created, and I'm going to make copies of them for the kids on paper, and they're each gonna have red pens, and then I'm gonna have a big copy on my chart paper up front, and I'm gonna have them correct it and tell me things that are wrong with them. And the 3 sorry, I have something in my throat. The 3 different writing samples are going to be modeled after the mistakes or oversights that they make, but held to the same rubric with the same 5 standards. So the first is capitalization of the first letter of the sentence, first letter of names, and then the trick word I. The second one is going to be finger spacing between words. The third being punctuation at the end of your sentences. The fourth being, do your sentences make sense? And then number 5 is going to be, does your illustration match your picture? So that's going to be our 5-point rubric, and we are going to go through each writing and correct them. And what I know they're going to do is they're going to be really harsh on the writings because it's not theirs, and I'm gonna be like, you guys are the teacher, like, what's wrong with this? And oh my gosh, they're gonna eat it up. They will circle everything that's wrong, even though they make those mistakes too. They will really lean into that power role. I know my kids, and I know they will, and they're gonna really go through it with a fine-tooth comb. So then we can talk about what's important, that when we do our writing, that you guys really look for these things, because sometimes I think you get too excited or you work too fast and you forget these things. But basically what we practiced yesterday, not practiced, but what we discussed at our professional development / collaboration with the entire staff, is that it's very important to model each level, each, I don't know, like step on your grading scale, kind of like what that looks like, so they understand because we do standards-based grading, so it's not like A, B, C, or D, like they don't do that, but they understand like what great effort and great quality work looks like. They understand what an okay quality piece of work looks like, and they understand what a not so good, not your best quality looks like. So we're gonna do that today for writing, and I'm really excited. Other than that, it's just kind of like a normal day. We have a foundations lesson, a making meaning lesson, and then we'll have a math lesson, and then we're doing writing, and I'm so excited. But writing's at the end, so I'm telling you guys all of this, and this won't happen until this afternoon. But I did print the bulletin board letters. It's going to go, let me walk over here and show you. I'm getting bold and leaving my little safe space away from the window, but this is like the back of my room where the kidney table is. It is going to go on that bulletin board up there that's like behind the computers that I've never turned on. And I've never used this bulletin board. I set it up with the white background and the rainbow borders, and then I just never put anything on it because I didn't really have anything to put on it. So I'm happy that the space is there for us to use, because now I have something to put there, and it's something that came recommended to us by our admin, so I'm excited to put it into use immediately. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm also flirting with the idea, I can't believe I'm gonna say this out loud, but of getting rid of the computers and turning that into its own little writing area, since that's gonna be a writing bulletin board, because the computers aren't plugged in. We have iPads, they can use the iPads for things. But I also just know that like having computers is such a blessing. So I don't know, I'm gonna think about that today. But right now, I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna plan my day out in my Rachel Hollis priority planner that I showed you guys last week. I think it was last week, it might have been this week. I'm not sure, I'm losing my mind. But I'm gonna do those few things, make the writing samples so that I can copy them later during my prep. I just kinda hang out because I'm early today, but I already have my morning message written. Everything's already kind of in order, so I can just kind of breathe and be here in this space before they get here, which is my favorite kind of morning actually. So I will talk to you guys probably before they come, because I have about an hour, so I'm gonna get bored and wanna talk to you. Hi y'all, it's now 7:30, so the paraprofessional that works with one of my kiddos is going to be here shortly, and really I've just been working on stuff at my desk, so I don't really have much to show you guys, but it's been a good morning and I'm excited to see them. I can hear them outside at the door. Hello you guys, I am talking a little bit quietly because we have some dentists and dental technicians visiting our school to provide dental services to our kiddos who signed up for it, which is incredible, but they are also set up in the hallway right outside my classroom, which is a little awkward if they heard me in here talking to myself. So I'm gonna talk a little quietly, but this morning went well. I had some extra hands to help do the assessments. My kids did great. I did have one kiddo. If you're an elementary school teacher, you know how this goes. He looked at me and he said, "Miss Barnard, I don't feel good, my stomach hurts." And 9 times out of 10, you can call their bluff and say, "You got it, get some water," or like a wet paper towel is magical, but you know when they really don't feel good. So I said, "You know what, take the pass, go to the bathroom, see if that helps, try to go to the bathroom." He came back and he said, sat down at my teacher table where my laptop is, all the iPads are, all the kids are testing. I'm sitting there and he's like, "I really don't feel good." And he looked so pale, and I said, "Okay, why don't you go see if you need to be sick?" And he stood up and he got almost all the way to the trash can before what happens next. And then he left to go to the nurse and go home. The custodian came and helped right away to clean up the mess, which was amazing, but I feel so sad for him. Our kids are just dropping like flies. I have one who hasn't been here for 3 days. I have one who missed 3 days, and yesterday was his first day back and he fell asleep because he's still not feeling good and he's so exhausted and like, I don't know, I've been Lysoling like crazy, but there is just some funk going on. So I hope that he will feel better. It makes me feel really upset and just worried about him. So hopefully he'll be here. If not tomorrow, then on Monday or Tuesday will be the next time I see him feeling his best. So fingers crossed that he feels better. Now I am eating a banana, finishing my coffee, and getting ready for the afternoon. I need to make those writing samples that I mentioned, the kids' copies and the larger copies, and I also need to copy some things for math. It is about 10:15, so I have 40 minutes to do that, so I have plenty of time. I eat my snack, drink my coffee, and get those things done. Well, I got my math copies done, and I got the small master copies of the writings started. And then I had a surprise meeting actually with an outside therapy provider. So I had to do that, and now it is time to go get them from art. So I am not able to get all of the writing stuff done, so I might have to work a little bit during lunch, which I don't normally like to do, but that's okay. We're gonna get it done and it's gonna be great. So I will talk to you guys after school. Hello, my friends. It is 4:08, so the kids have been gone for about an hour, and I've just been working on some things, getting the bulletin board, trying to figure out like what I'm actually gonna do with it. I'll show you like what I landed with and what's up there now. I don't know if that's what will stay. I just wanted to get the 5-point writing checklist that we made today together and that they graded fake writing samples using up on the wall. That way while we're writing, and as soon as they learned it today, I could say, okay, reference the checklist. I didn't say it like that, obviously. I was like, 5 things, go look at the 5 things and think, do I have this? Do I have this? Do I have this? So let me show you what the bulletin board looks like for now. The computer table sits in front of it. I briefly mentioned that this morning, I think, about how I was like debating on whether or not to take the computers off of the table, but I kind of like left a gap on the bulletin board because the computers cover it. So it is what it is. Some bulletin boards are really cute. Some bulletin boards are really functional, and this one is going to serve a purpose. They're going to be able to reference our writing rubric, our 5-point checklist, and that's going to really help them. I think they did so much better today after we made the checklist together, and then I was like calling them teachers and using their last names, which they think is hysterical. And I said, okay, we need to have a faculty meeting. All of my teachers come to the floor. And I said, I have some writing samples from first graders. You will not believe these. And I showed them writings that were obviously like not their samples, but mistakes that they make, but they thought it was hysterical. I'm like, can you believe this? Look at this writing. This writing doesn't even have a capital letter. And they thought it was so funny. And they're like, oh my goodness, not even a capital letter. And in my head, I'm thinking, you guys make these mistakes, but when they're the teacher and they have the power, I knew that was going to be the case. They were so quick to correct everything and say, oh my goodness, you need this, you need this, you need this. So in my head, I'm thinking, well, you know what good writing needs. Why don't you do all of that stuff all the time? But I didn't say that, obviously. Then I gave them the same writing prompt, what is your favorite animal? And I thought, now that you guys know the 5-point checklist, I want you to go answer the prompt. And I want you to use all of the things that you just graded papers with to grade your own work while you're writing, and make sure that you have all of those things before you bring it to me. And I was giving just immediate feedback. They would bring me their paper, I'd have the 5 boxes, and we would just go down the line. I'm like, what's the first box? They would say, capital letter. I'm like, do you have it? Yes, check. And if they were missing some, I would send them back to revise and then come back to get it checked off. So let me show you what the bulletin board looks like. That was very long-winded, but overall it went well. They did kind of lose the plot a little bit just because I was doing funny voices, which like I get. I was losing it too, you know, when you're trying to keep it together, and I told them they were the teachers and I was the principal. So it's like, teachers, here. Like I was talking like that. They thought it was hysterical, and then I started giggling. We all had the giggles together. It's fine. We got it back together. It ended up being a really, really, really good lesson. So let me show you the bulletin board, and then I think I might head out. I have sub plans to do, but there's a game tonight. You guys know my boyfriend works in athletics and they are in season. There's a home game tonight, so I would like to get to grab some dinner and kind of write my sub plans at home. And then tomorrow I will like print and lay out everything for Friday and Monday. Let me show you the bulletin board though. Ta-da! So the TV is normally like this, but when we do writing now, I'm going to turn it this way so that they can see this. This is what it looks like. I printed these on my Cricut. What I do is I laminate cardstock or Astro Brights paper, and then I cut it on the highest setting possible. Sometimes I cut it 2 times. This definitely dulls the blade, but I just like that I can cut them once. They're laminated. They're perfect. This font, I'm not sure what it is. I'll look in my Cricut and see if I can find it. If I save the file, I'll let you know in the description box. But this is the 5-point checklist we used. Capital letter, finger spaces, punctuation, makes sense, illustrations match. So 5, and then I did some little samples over here, and then the computer table is there, so that is why it's kind of like a little weird L shape. But anyways, that's what it looks like. And now I think I'm gonna look at some of the assessment scores that we did at the end of the day. The math assessments, you guys, are killing me. They take so much longer than the reading ones do. So it was really, really hard to keep everyone occupied on task, learning at centers long enough that I could help them, not help them because I can't help them obviously, but we are allowed to read to them. So long enough that I could read the test to 4 kids while they completed them all at the same time. It's just stressful. So I will be happy when those are over, but I'm gonna check those scores and then I'll talk to you guys soon. Alrighty, it is 4:37 and I have honestly just been sitting at my desk working on some things. I'm doing an FBA for one of my kiddos, and oh my god, what did I just do to my hair? So I've just been making sure that that's all up to date with everything that went on today. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just like a breakdown of a child's behavior, what occurs before a behavior happens, what the behavior is, what consequences applied, and then where the behavior happens, so what the context is, and then what happens, what's their reaction to the consequence. Does it intensify the behavior? Does the behavior just continue? Does it stop? So just trying to figure out, really unpacking certain behaviors and what triggers them. the best way to respond to them and which methods of responding seem to work the best and what context seem to trigger a child. So anyways, been doing that for a while. It takes a little bit of time because you can only do really 10-minute periods. So I have to like think of the whole school day in 10-minute periods. I try to write down on a sticky note anytime anything is happening, and I just write some quick notes to myself. That way it's a little easier to go back and like really add them in. But today I didn't have so many notes like written down, so I had to really like think through all the different pieces of the day and what happened and what behaviors were. But anyways, all that to say, the FBA is up to date, so we're all good. I have changed the calendar and I think I'm just gonna go. I'm ready to go. I'm excited for the game tonight. I'm excited for this weekend. I will do sub plans tonight, or I will do them tomorrow morning, but right now I am getting on the road and I'm getting out of here. I'm probably gonna pick up some Chipotle for dinner on the way home. I don't really like any of the food they have at the arena, and I don't wanna spend money on it anyway since I get into the games for free, so gonna get Chipotle and spend money on that instead. But I will see you guys probably tomorrow morning. We have a visitor at our house, so I won't be filming anything. Even if I do work on sub plans tonight, I'll catch you up in the morning on what will be my Friday. Yay, I'm so excited, you guys. What's today? Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday. 3 more sleeps. 3 more sleeps until Miss Massachusetts. Alrighty, you guys, I'll talk to you soon. Hello, happy Thursday. I almost said happy Friday, but no. Today is Thursday and we are back at school. I did get most of my sub planning done last night. For tomorrow, it's an early release day and we haven't gotten our finalized like alternate lunch special schedule yet, so I'm not totally sure if my kids will have their specials. I planned as though they won't, so that I have enough planned and prepped, and then if I find out today that they do have specials tomorrow, I can just delete that part from my plans and they will go to specials, which will be a lot easier for the sub that is here. But anyways, so I'm planned for tomorrow, and then for Monday I have all of the work prepped. I like went through the resources that I had available and decided what the kids would be working on, and now I just need to kind of like type through the plans throughout the day today. That way I can leave today and have it separated by day and just all ready and laid out and labeled. I do have a sub binder that's already prepped with my roster and like the systems that I have, behavior management, how to take attendance, things like that. So I have the sub binder already. I already had like a sub plan, like minute by minute plan typed up for last time I wasn't here when I flew to Florida. So all I had to do was like change the activities that were in there, but like the transition times were the same, the directions for getting their attention were the same, like all of that was the same. So the fact that it wasn't the first sub plans that I've written made it a lot easier, which was nice. Also, they won the game last night, so yay, that's exciting. Very excited for him. They needed that win. So I went to the game and it was great. They won, and then typed up those sub plans. Now I am going to finish typing them up and try to get them printed and kind of like lay out stuff. Today is a Thursday, so we do have collaboration or a PLC with our team today during our prep hour. I don't know if we will have it just because they're doing a big data review tomorrow after the kids go home for the half day. I won't be here, but I have a feeling our coaches might ask us to prep the data for tomorrow during the prep today, which I would maybe use that time to prep for my sub since I'm not going to be here tomorrow. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. In any case, I have a nail appointment for Miss Massachusetts 2020. I have a nail appointment at 4:30 back home. So I live about 30 minutes away. So I have to be out of here like no later than 4. If anything, I need to be walking out of my classroom at like 3:50. So I have like 45 productive minutes after school that I could use, but I really, really hope I can get some things done this morning and throughout the day so that this afternoon I'm not freaking out and then like leaving things unsettled, because I won't be here until Tuesday. Like I have to have everything laid out for Friday and Monday. So once I get these sub plans hammered down and everything laid out for the sub after school, then all of my energy and my focus can shift to the pageant, and I am so freaking excited. You guys, I wish it was today. Like I am like, I want to go, put me on a stage. Like I am excited, so I cannot wait. But let me show you my outfit really quickly. I am wearing these earrings. They're just pink hoops, like tassel hoops. I'm pretty sure I got these in a 3-pack from Amazon. I have this pair. I have a pair that are this like powder blue color, basically like the color of my shirt. And then I have a pair that are alternating neon colors. So just look up women's tassel hoops on Amazon. You'll probably find these. I'm wearing this shirt from The Right Stuff I never know if it's Right Stuff Chicks or Chic, because C-H-I-C, chic. So I don't know, but that's where the shirt is from. It says teamwork makes the dream work. I think this is probably a shirt that you would wear with like your grade level team, but there's only 2 of us, and I just like the saying, like, for my kids, like, teamwork makes the dream work, like, work together. So I'm just wearing it by myself. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but whatever. I got my jeans and boots. I'm kind of taking today as my, not that we have real casual Fridays, but with my teacher tee and my jeans, I'm kind of thinking of it as like a casual Friday, even though it's Thursday, so whatever. Let me sit down and get started on those sub plans. I've already popped my lunch into the fridge, so that is all good to go, and I just need to breathe, get those cranked out, and get ready for today. That way I feel a little bit better. So I'll probably talk to you guys maybe closer to when the kids get here. Alrighty, so I made all of the copies for tomorrow and Monday, and I got them put in the window. The pink is tomorrow, the yellow is Monday. They're binder clip, they're color coded. Anyways, let me show you what I just found. These are some of the papers that they graded yesterday, when they were being the teachers. This was supposed to answer the question, what is your favorite animal, and say cat and dog. This is what I came up with, and there's no spaces, no capital letters, no punctuation, nothing. This girl wrote, "Kitty, no, no, this is not your best," sad face. And then this boy had the same one, and he said, "This is wrong." Alrighty, y'all, it is 7:29, so our paraprofessional is going to be here any minute, and I just need to pull the chairs down, get breakfast set up, and get some nice calming music playing on our TV for when they get here in 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do that. I'm on the floor because I was writing the morning message, by the way. But anyways, I'm gonna get those things done, and then hopefully I'll be able to check in with you during prep and tell you that I have time to make my sub plans. Fingers crossed, you guys. Drum roll, please. All right, y'all, it is now 3:28, so I was not able to talk to you during planning. Let me tell you why. I mentioned that we might have the PLC today. We ended up meeting, but our coaches didn't come, so we were just working in there, and I was able to finish the sub plans. But during my prep, while they were at specials and I was doing that, the paraprofessional that works one-on-one with my kiddos actually got really sick, and she had to leave. So that was an interesting kind of wrench in the day because she is very needed for that child. So it was interesting adapting with it being just me. It shouldn't be just me, but it was an emergency situation, so that was interesting. And then we kind of changed the day to make it a little more calm, but we had a good afternoon. All of my sub plans are laid out, everything is printed. I have Skittles laid out for bribery. I have all materials laid out and labeled. They're color coded so that tomorrow's plans are all with like pink paper clips and pink stickies, and then Monday's plans are all yellow. That way they're differentiated, but I have everything laid out. The reason I'm talking so fast is because I have a nail appointment to get my nails done for the pageant at 4:30, and it's now 3:29, and I told myself I needed to leave by 3:30, but I think as soon as I get out of here and get on the road, there's just gonna be like a switch in my brain that goes off, and then I'm just gonna be excited for this weekend because all day I've been kind of like stressed and adapting to what was going on, but now it's happening, you guys, and I am so stinking excited. So I'm gonna actually get my nails done, and then tonight I'm packing for the pageant to leave tomorrow, and I am also going to try to get all of this footage imported, edited, and posted as a vlog. I'm gonna try to edit it tonight and get it into like one big file, and then hopefully get it imported to YouTube and post it tomorrow, maybe afternoon once everyone's like off work and stuff. But anyways, we'll see. I'm gonna try and do that tonight, but this will be the end of the week in my school life and now the start of my Miss Massachusetts adventure. So fingers crossed for me. By the time you're seeing this, I will be at the pageant. So if you guys want to follow along at Miss MA USA and cheer me on, I would love that. Follow along with their post. If you see me, comment, reply, just blow them up. But I'm really, really, really excited. So I'm gonna head out now to get my nails done and do all those things, and I guess I'll see you soon.